Just when you decided you were sick of media news? Well, here's some more.
And understood us. Maybe some kind of super monkey.
Media News, episode 108, The Snake in My Shake.
See the red light?
Hey kids, how you doing? Comic Book Man here. Welcome once again to my video outhouse. It's time for...
It's time for media news.
You betcha!
Yeah, we can't
Media
do it.
news, and media news is coming from alternate
Where?
reality. Alternate reality.
Where?
Alternate reality.
I've heard of that.
Alternate reality,
that still
which is
111th
located at
and
the intersection of 111th and Kenzie in beautiful downtown Mount Greenwood. Alternate reality, where all new comics are 15% off every day for everyone, including
Who?
Day of the Triffids comics, if they made them,
Oh,
which
they
they
will.
don't.
What?
But you know
They
what?
will.
They probably will, and do you know why?
Why?
Do you know why?
Why?
Because Sam Raimi has decided he
Yes.
loves the Day of the
He loves
Triffids.
them Triffids because
Betcha.
Sam had a lot of irons in the fire as far as directing projects. There was going to be World of Warcraft, but that's been put on the back burner for a while. Of course, he's not doing Spider-Man anymore, which we won't get into. But he's picked his.
What, he's not?
No.
What?
No.
What?
Stop it. Stop it.
Where's the media news at? I have to catch up on my
You're gonna
media
plow
news.
back to about number 80
Six-
something,
68 or
something like that.
69.
Plow your way back. Anywho's,
Yes.
Sam Raimi's picked his next directorial project. It is a remake of Day of the Triffids, which started off life as a novel back in the 1950s, became a very, very successful film in the 1960s,
Yeah.
and then a mini-series on BBC television in the 1980s. Which
Was it a miniseries?
It was. It only. The beauty of that was they did the first. It was in 3 parts. There was a 3-part story.
Yeah.
They never finished it, which was fantastic.
Are,
But
are
anyway-
you thinking of tripods or? Is,
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
You're
sorry.
thinking of
I'm thinking of
tripods.
tripods.
You're
But
thinking of
there was a
tripods.
Day of the Triffids.
Triffids,
BBC.
tripods. You know.
Anyway, forget what I
Truffles.
said. So it turns out Sam is more of a fan of the 1963 film than he is the book, so his remake will use that as its template. We'll use the 1963 movie as its
If you've never seen Day of the Triffids,
See
hunt it down and
Yeah.
see it, because I didn't see it. I'd heard about it for years and years. I didn't see it until sometime in the mid to late 80s. Actually, I think I watched it on Sven.
Sure.
I think I watched it on Sven on a Saturday afternoon, and I decided I've heard so much about this thing, I'm going to watch it. You know, it's really, really
It's,
good. I wasn't expecting anything, but it's really
It
good.
is the storyline is really good. I like that film a lot.
Okay.
All right.
Next up, Colin Farrell.
Yes.
Colin Farrell's going to be in his own remake.
Yes, Colin Farrell is the new Arnold Schwarzenegger.
He is?
Yes, he is.
Is he running for governor?
Len Weissman, who directed the PG-13 Die Hard movie, for whatever reason we had that, and the Underworld films for the most part,
Okay.
is doing a remake of Total Recall.
Thank God.
And well, it's
God.
based on a Philip K.
It's
Dick
based on a
short
very good.
story.
It's based on a very good science fiction novel. Which I don't know. Do you think that the Arnold movie serviced the science fiction novel well?
Oh, I would. I'm sure it was word for word, right from Philip K. Dick.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Including the 3-breasted woman.
The three-breasted woman, and and my favorite part of that is when he gets dumped on the Martian surface. And
Oh, I love that part. And the jowls go out
yeah,
like this.
and the teeth, it's fantastic.
The eyeballs.
The eyeballs pop out of his head, which you could buy like a
Great.
little doll where the Arnold's eyes would pop.
That's my actually that's my favorite
It
part
is
of the
great.
movie
It
too.
is great.
I can't stand sitting through that thing, except for that last part where they tumble down the hill on Mars.
With
Then
Sharon
they're-
Stone, that was an early Sharon
Yeah, I
Stone.
like when Sharon Stone gets
performance
shot.
in that, too.
Yes,
but
it was. Yes, it was.
anyway, Colin Farrell is the front runner to play the Schwarzenegger-esque role in the new Total Recall, which is coming soon to a theater near you and you.
Also coming back is
What's
the
coming?
Equalizer, the TV series that starred Bo.
Edward.
Woodward.
Edward Woodward. He loved
Yeah.
He loved the Equalizer.
There's a lot of words in that. Words, Edward Woodward.
Bo loved the Equalizer, and he's always around someplace. I can always count on going to Bo.
Yeah, he falls asleep in the corner sometimes, and that's when we used to say.
Anyway, the Equalizer's coming back, and it's
It is.
coming not to TV screens, but to
Feature
movie
film,
screens.
movie screens. Paul Haggis. Now that's the name. A lot of you are going. Paul Haggis is going to do the Equalizer. Yeah, he's writing the screenplay for the Equalizer. He Haggis, if you don't know, wrote the Oscar-winning screenplay for Crash from about 3-4 years ago. So the Equalizer coming soon, which probably won't have an old guy in the starring role
Okay.
like Edward Woodward. I can't. Russell Crowe. There you go.
Jeffrey Donovan.
There you go. Russell Crowe.
JR,
What?
whatever happened to that franchise that Harrison Ford was in and
Oh, you mean
no, not that one. No, not that
the
one.
other
No, no, no.
one.
And that Ben Affleck was also in.
No, not that
Ben
one.
Affleck
The other one.
and what's his face from 30 Rock?
You mean
Whatever
the Jack
happened-
Ryan
Jack
franchise.
Ryan.
Well,
What's going on with Jack Ryan?
Well, you're sort of right, comic book man, because even though this is the story we're going to do, it has to do with Tom Clancy. It's not really about the Jack Ryan franchise.
really?
Well, this character, this is another character that has been in the Jack Ryan franchise,
So-
played by people such as Liev Schreiber
Yeah.
in Some of All Fears, and Willem Dafoe in Clear and Present Danger. The character's name, and I'm searching, John Clark. He was the heavy in both of those films.
Okay.
Or John Kelly, he had a nom de plume in those films too.
Okay.
The S.H.I.E.L.D. creator Sean Ryan is going to adapt Without Remorse, Tom Clancy's novel, about this character. Who's going to play him, we don't know yet, but the character has appeared before in those very films you were mentioning.
So,
earlier.
as the Catwoman movie was to Batman,
Yes.
this will be to Jack
yes,
Ryan.
exactly. Kelly is a former Navy SEAL, and he goes on missions for the government to do wonderful, amazing things.
I'm sure they're wonderful and amazing. I'm sure they're wonderful and
KFC
amazing.
franchise.
This,
lots
by
of
the way,
people.
this film will be produced by Alex Kurtzman and Robert Orsi, who gave us the Star Trek films, the reboot of Hawaii Five-0 on CBS, and a lot of other J.J. Abrams wonderful things.
You know what? I haven't seen in forever.
What?
The Thin Man. I
Nobody
haven't seen
has.
The Thin Man. William Powell.
Yes.
And
yes.
Myrna Loy?
Myrna Loy.
Myrna
yes.
Loy and William Powell.
A series of films.
Great series. A
Yeah.
great series from the 30s.
You know what-
And you know what could make it even better?
What's
The only way you can make The Thin Man better.
Tom Cruise. was in
3D?
it.
Put a graphic up here. Sarcasm. You know what can only make it better?
What's that comic book, man?
Well, to update it
Yes.
and have it star.
Johnny Depp.
Oh, it's going to be wonderful.
Johnny Depp really wants to play Nick Charles in a new adaptation of the Dashiell Hammett written.
I really want to shove an apple in my mouth too, but I'm not going to give it a try.
Comic book man. Stop sarcasm.
Right now, Johnny Depp is making the 4th Pirates of the Caribbean film for director Rob Marshall.
Yes.
They are getting along famously.
Oh, man.
He wants Rob Marshall to direct a new version of The Thin Man.
And he wants him to do it in the worst way.
And you know what? They will make it
In the worst way.
I love the Thin Man films. For those of you that don't know them,
Nick and Nora.
yeah, Nick and Nora Charles with their dog.
Asta.
Yeah, very good,
Asta,
cameraman.
Asta, that's
Jeffy
right,
knows his
that's
thing.
right.
Based on a Dashiell Hammett novel. It went on to be a series of films, and also, as I recall, a television series in the 1950s.
Oh,
I think with Peter Lawford,
Yes.
if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
But those films, if you could hunt them, there's actually a box set out there. MGM put out a box set of those films. See 'em.
Pete.
Pete, I think Mr. Pete has something to
He,
say.
he got up off his chair.
I'm just curious as to what the hell has happened to the creative abilities of these pinheads. They're remaking everything.
Oh, okay.
Thanks, Pete.
that was Angry Pete.
Angry Pete, who will have a new show with Angry Bo.
Yes, Angry Pete and Angry Bo. They're just gonna,
The Angry Boys. That'll probably be the thing to get sent
the
to
Angry
most.
Boys. There you go.
Two
Try
men
an
who will try,
original thought.
two men who will try to
Two
turn
guys
it
growling at
into,
each
the
other.
Incredible Hulk as much as possible.
And our last story.
Oh,
Our
no,
last-
say what's up.
And our best story.
Everything up until now has been a remake or something that's coming back that's been done
Yeah.
before. This sort of is too. This is
a
a sequel.
sequel. Yeah.
Sequel to The Hangover.
Yes, The Hangover 2.
The Hangover 2. Now, The Hangover 2 wanted, in the worst way,
In the worst way.
to have.
Another cameo like they did in the first film.
Yeah,
with
in the
Mike
first
Tyson.
in the first film they had Mike Tyson. First film they had Mike
In
Tyson.
this film,
In this film they wanted to have.
Barack
dir-
Obama.
director Todd Phillips wanted Mel Gibson to do a
Oh!
cameo in the film.
That sounds great.
As a tattoo artist who lives in Thailand.
Now-
See, the boys are going to Thailand in this one.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
And-
I hear it's cheaper from there.
Well, it could be.
And a 12-year-old boy ends up murdered.
And so what could possibly go wrong?
Well, there's, you know how the mighty have fallen. We all know about Mel Gibson. We're not going
No,
to rehash
what?
that. We're not going to rehash that. Oh, just put in
What?
Mel Gibson on
Something happened
YouTube
to
and
Mel.
see what you come up with, comic book man. Loads of fun.
I need a woman.
A lot of panting and yelling and screaming. It's great stuff. Todd Phillips
Are
wanted.
you a Jew?
At first, the studio said, Todd, go for it. We could see people being curious about that to hand over $10 to go and see it. Well, suddenly, once the news broke, this happened within a 24-hour time
I can see
period,
the
by
studio
the way.
executive seeing that. Oh, people will come just to see if he melts down.
Exactly.
Backlash, yeah.
Over a 24-hour period.
Yes.
Okay, so they announced it. Studio announced it, said, yep, Mel is doing it. Mel signed on the dotted line. Well, the star of the film, Zach Galifianakis,
Yes.
as well as other cast members and crew members, started tweeting and started blogging saying, Screw that. Don't want any part of that.
And so it went from this.
And went from this to this.
To
The
this.
the studio went to Todd and said, not a good idea to have Mel in the film. So Mel, within the 20, again, I can't believe this happened as quickly as it did. He's out, been replaced by Liam Neeson, the man who was
Well,
cashing
turned out
checks.
no job.
That is-
Hello, Liam Neeson here.
Keebler
Hangover
out.
2? How much is the check?
The Keebler out.
You betcha.
I'll be here.
he is the go-to guy right now for every damn thing.
Slot 21.
Battleship,
Does-
the A-Team, you
Friday the
name it,
13th,
he is going to do
I'm there.
anything right now.
Does he still show up on Shirley Rose to talk about the craft of acting? or
man-
have we pretty much flushed that
It's
part of our
amazing.
career down
It's
the
amazing
toilet?
to me. The man seems to have no pride at this point.
I-
Maybe he's saving up to give money to his grandkids. Does
He's
he
a
have
little
grandkids?
young for that. That
I don't
usually
know.
happens when you're in your 60s or
He's
70s.
he's bereaved widow.
He's
We- we-
right.
we-
Who again? And I'll make this joke a second time. Apparently, the man's wife was picking his roles for him.
Okay.
We're done.
That's it. We're done. We're finished. We're out of here. We got no more time. But you can go to the store's website, check out all the media news that Bo sends me and all his reviews. And where's the store's website at? Sarah.
Don't think I won't.
www.myalternatereality.com.
So stop off at the store's website and check out all his reviews and all Bo's news. Until next time, this is Comic Book Man saying we're out of here. Bye.
Bye.
The Video Outhouse is brought to you by some of the finest people willing to work for free. This is a list of some of them.